guys, welcome to Dety and Maybe Review Things. And now it's news at 6.
This is the news.
I wish I had sense. What's sense sold separately and don't come with this package. I'm kidding, of course I have sense. Okay. Anyways, in this James Marvel. Anyways, in this episode video, we're going to be discussing the Ultimatum season 3. They dropped a new batch of episodes 6-8. Obviously, I'm sure everybody's complaining that the show is slow. It has a lot of slow moments, and I mean, you already said that because they have the other 10 episodes, they must deliver 10 episodes, and that's unfortunate for us because it's dragging.
I think they will learn their lesson when it comes to casting next time. Like you have to be careful with people being flighty. Like I could tell who's flighty from the first moment I saw them. I knew, like especially the other black couple.
Chanel.
Like I knew that they were flighty. I knew,
Yeah,
and I knew that she was gonna follow.
Yeah.
He started it, and she's just gonna follow. So yeah,
No,
and
but
then
it's
also
from Nick. So there's the danger of you try to put interesting people, but you cannot put somebody that is going to jeopardize your whole thing.
Yeah, like Nick was
jeopardized the whole thing. The catalyst.
Yeah, he was a catalyst.
He jeopardized.
And you don't want a group of people that I'm so sorry, it's groupthink. That's what happened right there. You can't think for yourself as an individual. Yeah, just
because all of you are in pain, so like, oh, this is the easy way out. Of course, you all take it.
Yeah.
And I don't even blame Vanessa for leaving because I'm so sorry. That would have been such an emotionally volatile and emotionally just uncomfortable position to be forced into for 3 weeks because he was just going to use her to trauma dump. That's just the truth. It's not even trauma, but he was just going to dump all his baggage on her.
Yeah, and all the things he did, he would have still done them. Yes, he's trying to say, I'm alone.
He wasn't going to know. He wasn't focusing on Vanessa.
You were going to do the same thing. You would, and then you drag Vanessa into it, and she'll have to be by the door while you're knocking on the door to whatever, and then she's gonna be like, oh, like you're just gonna drag people into this.
Yeah, and that's why she left.
Or you leave her in the apartment while you're doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah, and then she'll find out that's like, what kind of
come on, you turned 39 on the show.
Yeah, the acting the most immature.
The girl that was 24 that had to sit and wait. Anyway, start the show, Marvel, because I'm about to talk about what happened in the end. Okay. Go for it.
Okay. So they start with the debrief from the party. So this is after the party, so they're debriefing. So Maria goes to visit Nick, and she updates him about Sandy's complaints and frustration. Which basically, like, before the show, he was pretty much ignoring her, and there are things that they have to work on that he's not willing to work on, and then now he's just like love bombing her, disturbing her, and like he's not letting her focus on JR, on her new connection. He's just trying to still be there and stuff, and it's like, and he said that his previous ex had the same complaint about the whole availability thing, not about the JR thing, obviously. And I say he doesn't trust JR, that he's just jealous, that their stories sound like a love story, so he's jealous because it's like, and it says later that, the way she looks at him, the way she connected with JR is the way she used to be with him, and, so I mean, obviously, nobody's begrudging him his feelings, it's just like, can you be an adult about it? Like, anyways, then we go to Scotty and Zaina. Scotty seemed mad at Zaina. He seemed mad at her, and I understand why, because he was upset about the whole thing that JR said that somebody told. I hate all these Chinese whispers. JR said that somebody told him that Scotty said that JR was here for a hall pass. And so Scotty was like, where did that come from? So he asked Zaina, and Zaina is JR's partner now, or was, whatever. And he asked her, like, if she ever talked, anything, like, said anything bad about JR. Like, he said, have I ever talked shit about JR? She's like, no. But she looked very suspicious. She looks like, yeah, I've gone to say something clearly. Why did you blame Scotty is my issue. He's trying to explain what happened, and she's like, whoa, all this energy, all this, he's shouting at me, and he's like, no, I'm just not, I'm just expressing how she's like, no, we're not gonna do this, JR and I haven't even been talking this whole time, what do you mean? And then he's like, I'm not, like, anyways, Scotty ended up apologizing, because she never even let him talk. I said, I'm sorry, no vex. And then they have a date night. I mentioned that he's learning how to find the resolution after arguing and not just blowing up. Because obviously we saw in the beginning that with his original partner, Aria, he just blows up. And even when Zaina was saying no to some of his date ideas, he reacted. So clearly he has issues with pushback. Zaina said she's learning to speak up more, whatever. I think he's picked up enough, but that's just me. Then in their last night, they're just packing up and cleaning. Then she mentions how she saw Arya, and they discussed the aftermath of guys' nights. And Arya said, "Oh, she's spoken to JR," and she's asking now. They just confirmed that everybody's talking to everybody. Why did you bring this up? So try to vindicate yourself. Try to make it seem like, oh, anybody could have, like, I was like, Zaina, we can all see what you're trying to do. Even Scotty can see it. Like, you're just trying to say that, oh, it could have come out from, like, because why did you have to link it to so everybody talks to everybody? Just say, oh, Ari and I, as we saw it, just and everything. No, after that, actually, that she's on her, because cousin now said that he knows that she's on her phone a lot, that it's like she really sure that she didn't talk to JR throughout this whole experiment. He said no, she didn't, blah blah. I don't know how that becomes an argument, but it becomes a whole back and forth, not shouting, but obviously disagreeing. She's like, oh, you're questioning my this and that and the other, and him says like, well, the truth is where it's. I'm like, two of you, I'm mad. And then, but I like how Scotty handled her because he didn't let her get away with it, but
Yeah.
he didn't shout or whatever. And when she was like, oh, she's gonna sleep anywhere else, and that's what I said, oh, yeah, I'll go now. Like, I'm really going to beg you, like, because yeah, she was like, oh, why are you so obsessed with JR? And he's like, obsessed how? Like, about who?
That didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
to
she's
me.
like
Because
obsessed.
his baby's not with JR, so what is the obsession with JR? Like, where does that come
Yeah,
from?
where exactly? Where literally he only
The
mentioned
only
JR
person that you
because
can have a conversation about is Nick. Like,
yeah,
why should I
Nick
be
is why
obsessed
should
with
you
him?
obsessed with JR? Like I was like, kids are
I don't want to be with you, so I want to be with my babe or someone
yes,
else.
yeah.
So what is the connection with
What's
JR?
the
After the show, probably never talk to him again.
yeah, like, and he didn't even have any beef with JR before, so like, I was like, girl, you are reaching
Weird.
this,
I
Chris.
mean, there's nothing wrong in having just pillow talk and saying, like, you talk smack about everybody when you're having pillow talk. I don't think that that's a big deal. I think that it's actually immature for you to take your pillow talks or private conversations
outside.
out without context, without anything, and it just makes someone look like a bitch for talking about you. Like,
Yeah,
everybody does that. Like, you just, in a show like this, all the couples always talk about all the other couples. Like,
yes,
oh, this
of
person's
course,
doing that.
of
I
course,
mean, it's just normal stuff.
it's normal.
And you didn't need to like take it. What I think is you either told a girl or
She told the girl.
you told him.
I think she told the girl.
Yeah, it's one or two
I
things.
I believe that she was talking to JR. I think she told the I think it was a game of Chinese whispers.
And then it just came
Ended
back
up
to
saying
him.
him,
Yeah.
yeah. But she's the one that started this because Scotty, what's it because Scotty never had anything
Yeah,
against
because
JR, so he
I
would
don't
never
know
say that kind
why
of
would
rumor.
he wouldn't have this conversation with anybody else.
You want to go bring up that rumor because why? It must
I'm
concern
wondering.
him.
No, I'm wondering who he would talk to that would talk to JR besides you.
Exactly.
That you're the only one that has
She's the
some kind
one
of link.
to JR. No, it's her, definitely.
So
She's
I
the
don't
one
know.
that
Anyway,
started
this
that
is just
rumor.
a silly conversation
Yeah.
all around.
And I like what Scotty said to end. He said, "You are painting a real ugly picture of yourself with your true colors right now." I was like, "Oh, Scotty. You didn't have to do her like that. You didn't have to do her like that." And I was like, "Yes, you're right." Then move on to JR and Sandy. And then Sandy's telling JR that at the girl's hand, she told Zaina that he loves her very much. Then he told her that Nick apologized at the thing too. So okay, cool. And then she said that she's had a moments where she's missed Nick, and vice versa. Um, then they're like, yeah, and then they're just like, oh, that Nick seems like he has calmed down now. Sunny's like, yeah, that I don't know how long it's gonna last. It's probably calm now. Then it will probably, and then she gets upset and starts crying because she's just like, honestly, the kind of roller coaster he's put her through in the past 3 weeks. Like, and she even said that she doesn't want to go back to him because like, why don't go back to somebody that literally came to like. I wouldn't want to go back, to him either. So obviously he has to comfort her. Then I don't know whether this is the next day or days later. Shall they go for a walk? Then they sit down at some point, obviously, to talk. And then she's like, "Oh, he's had his guard up for 2 days," and he said that because they keep on talking about Nick. It's like Nick, and apparently Nick said some things to Sandy, and she's been asking JR to clarify. And I'm sure just like, for the love of God, like, you don't even know anything about me, so what are you telling Sandy? Anyways, he said he's just tired of talking about Nick at this point, that she has focused on both of them instead of just him. So I guess the connection is stunted because even if everything is supposed to be well, but then it'll reach a point, then Nick will come on, I guess, until she blocks him. I guess she has unblocked him because for him to be talking to her, that means that she has unblocked him. So Anyways, on their last nights, he cooks dinner. Then in bed, they just kind of discuss what they enjoyed about being together, like their openness, and they just being with, like they just enjoyed being with each other, and just had general pillow talk. It was a very nice, calm, sweet last night together. Then we go to Arya and Caleb. I don't know why that happened so late, but anyways, so Arya and Caleb met up with Arya's brother and sister-in-law. Um, she basically, at this point, I think Arya was half in love with Caleb because that whole thing was just her praising Caleb and poo-pooing Scotty and just like, anyways, but we now learned other things, which she was saying that she thinks that Scotty wants to be like the good guy, and everything, but that she thinks he feels attacked by her sometimes, which matches to something he has said before. And she also said that she would like him to apologize immediately instead of waiting days for the apology to come. And then so her brother apparently said that he told her before that he saw similarities between Scotty and their dad, and their dad is not a good person relationship wise. Um, so that he said he saw similarities between them, that so he didn't like Scotty initially. That I guess he just eventually was like, well, she's not going to leave him, so might as well. And I was like, not a good sign. If your brother don't like him for reasons, or not imaginary thing, actual reasons.
Not that because you're my baby sister.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, obviously they like Caleb because she's going on and on about how sweet Caleb is. He's this thoughtful. So he lets me talk. I feel safe. I feel heard. I feel so. I just look him. Oh, Caleb is so. I say.
I can tell she likes him a lot more than he likes her because she's actually tried her best to like not to quite sabotage what he has with Maria, but like to put some seed of doubt, in Maria's head, to not intention, not like in a malicious way, just like oversharing things that are unnecessary or reading meaning into things that didn't have meaning.
Yeah. Obviously, yes, they had an emotional connection. Even Caleb said that, but obviously, his whole thing was the end goal is to get back to Maria and then figure things out. He was never open to a new relationship, which I think everyone has was kind of similar. But I guess she fell for him, and it was inevitable. Caleb is actually a very sweet guy. I completely understand, and like you said last week, I think it's good for us to know this kind of relationship she wants. So she should go and get that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Scotty is not that guy, sorry.
Yeah, he's not. And even if she wants to be with Caleb, his stuff with Maria has to obviously end. Yeah.
Has to end, yeah. And then so they're on last night, they bought each other books, which I thought was very sweet. And then Caleb shares that he thought a part of him always feared that he would make a good husband or father before the experiment. I was like, eh? Like, so were you acting like, were you trying?
No, it makes sense when we, because we never really saw him and Maria in action, per se. So it makes sense when you see them as a couple, especially when they
always doubting.
Yeah, even when the cameras, like the main people rolling the cameras, and it was just them and the room camera, you see why like he would have those sentiments. It makes sense. Like he's thinking that he's not doing enough. Because why is she still unhappy and acting the way that she is? Like, that's why he doesn't want to get married. Like, because he's thinking, is this what my day to day is going to be like for the rest of my life? Reassuring someone that everything it's too much. Like, it's too much. I'm so sorry. Like, you can have issues. You can have you can need your partner to reassure you, but it gets to a point where I'm wondering, like, what's the point of reassuring you if you're never going to listen?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it will get tiring. I'm sorry. Even in a friendship, it's tiring. Talk less of a marriage. Like, yeah. That's tough. So, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, obviously, on the last night, they are praising each other because these are the, like, least confrontational, least dramatic people. They're like, oh, you're special, you're great. Oh my God. And so that she understand that this is the end because, like, Maria says she won't be comfortable with any further relation after this, which I guess Maria is very insecure, possessive.
Yeah, she's in her head, but not hers is quite complicated because it's like when she knows how to isolate.
Yeah.
Like when she was alone.
Yeah.
She did that quite well. Once she's with Caleb, she's hyper focused on him. And like she's hyper focused on him and in a way that I don't want to lose him. she's doing everything to lose him.
Yeah.
And I don't think she gets that.
She doesn't.
Like,
but another thing I noticed, and I don't know that this was just production's choice. We barely see Caleb on his laptop when he's with Arya. Suddenly with Maria, every scene Caleb is on his laptop.
yeah, because every scene seemed to be not what Caleb was trying to do. Like, it's not. Unfortunately, all the scenes with Maria were like not the things that Caleb planned. You know, because he was planning things with Arya. Like, so obviously his laptop's not gonna be there. I planned you to have a massage. This I planned for us to. It seemed like he couldn't even get to that stage with Maria.
Chai, that's
Like
sad.
every time he was being ambushed. No, we didn't see any of that.
Yeah,
days.
so yeah,
It was
only one,
and there was no laptop there, obviously. So it was the impromptu while they're chilling.
Yeah.
It was the okay, they were there today, but he was doing work, but he hadn't planned anything for them for the day. So unfortunately, that's what we saw. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, this does not look.
Yeah, he didn't get to show. I was even wanting to see what he was gonna do for her. He didn't even get to. It was all. She was already in a mood from the beginning. Like there was no. I mean, he planned one thing, but
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was obviously after the changeover. So Nick got a new tattoo, and this part is so funny because he
I think he's lying.
Why you think he's lying? That was.
He's lying.
The way he reacted, I don't think he's lying.
He's
lying about what?
That I got the wrong tattoo.
Why do you think he's lying?
The way he reacted, I think he was. It looked like he was acting to me.
I don't think so. I think he was trying not to cry. To me, I think he was trying not to overreact because he knows he's a baby. He's a big baby, and I think he was.
I don't know. Maybe he has set the ground running for that. I don't believe that. I believe that he might have seen the tattoo on JR.
Yeah.
And
no, I believe that
I think
came from JR.
He in his subconscious he went to get that tattoo.
Yeah, subconscious.
Or he wanted to get so
that's what I think happened. So it was
but
not conscious.
I do find that whole tattoo thing sauce and the way he acted around it sauce.
Yeah. Anyway, so what's the tattoo?
Do you know why? Do you know why?
Let me tell you the tattoo thing.
I'm so sorry. Okay. So do you know why? Because I've watched. I love watching tattoo shows. I've watched Ink Master. I've watched the one with Kat Von D when she had her show. When they want to tattoo you, this is how it works. They will place the stuff on you and tell you to go to the mirror to look at it. So you get to look at the form. Because if you notice, the tattoo had actually like
did it twice.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Marble. Just because of my own back knowledge, I know he's lying.
Well, to play devil's advocate, it's not like I'm defending Nick. So sometimes when I'm focused on one thing, my brain does not catalog other things.
Okay.
So
that's the only excuse. Yeah. My brain does. Because I'm my brain saw it when you laid it and you said no, laid it another way, and then you laid it the other way, and you had. I
won't see it honestly. If it's me. So that's why sometimes I have to tell myself pay attention because I actually won't see because I will assume that I gave it the right thing. I won't. He's not looking at focusing on the words. I'm absent-minded. It was after I was like, wait, what the?
That's fine.
Anyways, he says he wanted to get love conquers all. I think in Latin, he ended up getting fortune favors the bold.
I think you need that more than love conquers all.
Well, no, he's too bold actually. But anyways, and funny thing that JR also has that tattoo, but it's on his two hands like this.
It's because he's a cool kid. This is the swaggy.
Swaggy.
I don't know if you watched our previous episode, but this is the swaggy that someone is looking for. But
he's
still light skinned though.
No, but he has. He's swaggy. JR is very swaggy. Oh.
God, I can't believe this is a new vocab.
JR is very swaggy. Okay. Anyway, so that's we're done with the first 3 weeks of the trial marriage to glory. Wow. Wow, the changeover now. So
wrap it up.
So we start with Scotty and Zaina. She brings up guys' night again and how they had the whole fight. And Scotty was like he was mad because his character was being attacked. And then he goes that he feels like Zaina chose pettiness. And then JR says, oh, Petty Zay came out. And then Scotty was like, nah, that's the one I'm talking about here. And then he just like shut it down. Like, oh, but either way, she'll be a great wife. And I was like, Zaina. JR has been dealing with this shit. That was something else. Then Caleb and Arya, he said he did the work of discovering himself, did the work he had to do on himself and everything. And he was once again had to emphasize that we're very good friends. Arya said he was able to identify the reason she's not ready for marriage, which is great. She said that Caleb was able to be patient with her and she had to say unlike Scotty. Because
unnecessary. Let's not compare. Don't do that.
And then she said this part, which I'm sure this was Sugar the saying. She said that she doesn't want to overstep. Oh. She said this part. If people don't listen to the part that comes before, but I don't want to overstep. But if me and Caleb marry, we'll make a great pair. Mariana asked her if she'll pursue Caleb. She's like, well, no, I mean, she's like, well, he has the qualities that, I want in a husband. And
she's not pursuing him for now.
She's not
That's
pursuing
the
him.
answer.
That's the truth. She's not pursuing.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, she's not pursuing.
Let her end the thing with Scotty.
Let
and then
everything
you will
end.
see,
Yeah.
Madam Maria.
Yeah, let everything
You don't tie everything up with a nice bow. She definitely would.
And I'm fine with it. I actually like them together.
I like them together.
They seem very chill.
But I don't want to ship them because feel like I don't want to ship them
okay.
because I just want Maria and Caleb to figure out what they're doing.
No, I need Maria to figure herself out.
Yeah.
Because at this point, well, let's talk about. At this point, I think everybody should go their separate ways. I don't support anybody that came together. I don't support them going together.
Yeah, and even people that did the trial marriage, the only
it's Jerry and Sandy actually I support because they did have a connection.
And I only see
Aria and Caleb.
Yeah.
Obviously that's anyways, Maria and Nick talk, and so Maria talked about how it's just she was just alone and she would get to work on herself and all that stuff. Then Nick's done. Oh, he blames Vanessa's living on Vanessa and Dave. I'm like, dude, this is the picture of not taking accountability. You think it's their fault and not you
for leaving you
behind. And I like how the production intentionally left out at least 2 conversations Dave had with Vanessa about leaving, and she said no, so that you can see that Vanessa was already very into you and she was ready to go into the trial marriage because you came to her and told her you have strong feelings for her, and she was like, I feel the same way, let's go into this. On day 1 you're crying on me about seeing your ex and saying, oh, she kissed somebody. What is that?
As if I don't have an ex in this game right now.
Yes. And obviously, even for the first night of the trial marriage, you were already bitching. So, of course, she will ask if David comes to back to her to say, oh, I really like to leave. Why would she say, please, let's go? Why would I want to? Honestly, if she has stayed for the 3 weeks, she'll be worse for the wear. So, while, yes, they made it a little bit boring because now you're just dragging it.
Or she didn't have to go, though. She could have just said, I'm ending this trial marriage and staying on my own.
No, I don't think that they will let you stay.
No, they needed content, I beg. They needed content, thanks. They needed content, jeez.
Anyways, now said that, he now started trying to excuse that, the reason why he freaked out, that when he found out that Sandy and JR kissed, and that's how Zaina finds out, and she's like, wait, what? And she's like, what? And JR said that, well, like, they came with no boundaries, that he came for answers, so he wanted to experience the thing fully. And Zaina was
I don't know if you skip past him saying that, it's not the same thing. Maria didn't go to the same thing he went through.
Oh, we're getting there. Nick now said that, he never felt like they did anything wrong. So that's seeing them fall for each other hurts. That's Sandy and JR. But like, okay, so they post crazy clarity. So kind of what show is the Friends. The crazy fog has lifted. Then JR gets emotional praising Sandy, and Sandy decides to downplay. She said, oh, there is such a friendship. I say, friendship. Sure, do I have friends that have... Anyways, this is not about me. But friendship.
Open now.
Friendship. And then, okay, so we're about to get there because JR now said that she should choose herself, that she doesn't deserve to be with someone that just keeps on bombarding. Obviously, that's shade on Nick. Nick now said, oh, so it was just me, right? It was just me. And Sandy was like, yes. He's like, oh, so you weren't telling me that you missed me. And I was like, yes, okay, I will text you I miss you. And then you bombard me with 1,000 calls. Like, yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. One text, 1,000 calls. Equals, yes, it's the same thing.
Or if you ask me and I say, yeah, I miss you.
Yeah, it's this, and then you decide to bombard me with 20 text messages. It's all the same. Yeah. And then Caleb was not trying to say it. I was like, this one, I was like, Caleb, with JR, you should just stay out of it because you don't know the full story. Caleb was like, oh, that I actually support Nick because Nick apologized at the guys' hangout, and JR kept, poking at him and stuff. And JR was like, stay out, like, you actually don't know the full story, so stay out of it. And then Sandy was not like that. People don't know what they've been through, that Nick has been attacking for the full 3 weeks because, he met her at the beginning, he ran into her at the beginning of the 3 weeks. So for the whole 3 weeks, he has been disturbing her. And he went from ignoring her when they were dating before the show.
And this is them upstairs, downstairs kind of situation. Imagine if it was the hots that they had in South Africa where you were looking across.
I wish they had that
one. Oh, Nick would have lost his ever-loving mind.
But yeah, it's like he was ignoring her relationship. Now he's love bombing her. I love you. I miss this and that. naturally that always had to watch seeing his baby being with someone else. And then Sandy goes, Maria was in the same situation. I didn't react that way. And then he said, me and Maria were not in the same situation. And I was, please, how, with 3 question marks? How we're not in the same situation? Maria was alone. Caleb was not. You were alone. Sandy was not. What is the difference?
And also Caleb and Arya were having a connection just the
Yes,
same way.
they were holding hands.
Trying to make it seem like,
they were having dates.
Yeah, and this were really connected. No,
Arya and Caleb really connected. That emotional connection is the dangerous.
Even Maria can say that he's trash because she told.
Yeah, she told Sandy that I don't think you should be with him. Obviously, Maria would never say it in public because she's not that kind of person.
Yeah, she's very quiet. Yeah.
But so that's why, and I'm glad that Sandy didn't expose her in too. So Sandy too is a girl's girl. She kept sitting, but Snake, you ain't shit. You're 39 and you're baby like this. 40 is knocking at the door. They say a fool at 40 is a fool forever, and you are very close to being stuck this way. So do some work. Anyways, that moves on. Then now they are back to being together. So I am going to start putting up people's pictures so that you can put faces to names. We start with Nick and Sandy. So when they go back to their abode or whatever, then they start discussing, and I just feel like it's so heavy because I would just like to have a night where it's just light fun, and it just feels like heavy because you're getting to know somebody, you're building, you're dealing with your issues, then you're back with your.
To be honest with you, I almost fell asleep.
See. Let me just run through it because it's really not what's a long thing. So Nick was like, oh, that him and that's, this is the strongest connection he's ever had, that he lost himself, blah, blah, that he's really in love with her. And she was like, he really hurt me with the way you behave. He said, yeah, he understands that whatever decision she makes, that he'll be okay with it, but that he really would like if she chooses him, he'll, blah, blah. She now said that once again that there were things that she wanted them to work on before coming here, like spending time with her and stuff. And then he goes, oh, that he's doing this now. And I said, okay, so like it's not that kind of thing. I don't know the term for it, where it's like, yeah, doing this, but it's clearly under duress, or like when it kind of seems like almost like is that the image. I don't know how to explain it. We are doing it when it's almost too late. So the person is like, are you doing it for real, or are you doing it because you might lose me? So that's obviously what Sandy's trying to express. And it's like, oh, that's you're getting what you want, like, and like, why are you complaining?
I can't tell you how much over
Nick I am. Yeah. Anyways, I'm glad that she said not to have sex. Because we were trying to say we should have sex, and she said that she's not having sex in this, and I respect her. The thing about Sandy, she did like this for me. She seemed like a very unserious, playful person, but she's up here for me now. I get her, and she has been through a lot in this relationship. I respect her. Actually, it's not easy. At first, I won't be able to be full on with JR while she tried, because I don't think I'll be comfortable, because I'll just be like, what if it walks past, like that one that they were at the pool? What if it walks past now? Like, person will come, they bang my door. That what? Anyways, at some point she's even crying. Like she just hope experience is just like so much pressure that she just can't deal and everything. Then he goes that that when you're mad though, like you just lash out and stuff, and that she's like, yeah, of course. I said that she tries picking up when she's sad, so that it doesn't get to, obviously this is like the first step, so that it doesn't get to when she's mad and she's upset. And she's like, yeah, she'll try. I know I learned about that too, because I do have a tendency to let things pile up until it gets to the point where it has to explode out of me. So a broken clock is right twice a day. So I'll take that from Nick. Thanks, Nick, for the good advice. We have Scotty and Arya. Oops, moved on too fast. Scotty and Arya. So Scotty, Arya, once again. Me and Caleb, we used to have such fun. She wants to bring fun back to the relationship, and he's like, yeah, him too, but like the distance plus like the busyness, and so that kind of creates a hindrance. And then one thing I don't like as Scotty does is because before now he has tried to make it seem like it's only her that's prioritizing his career, only for him to say that he also values his career and his happiness, so he's not going to compromise. So what are we doing here?
Look, my verdict, break up.
Straight up.
I don't even care. I feel like I don't care.
I don't care. No,
I'm just even trying to just like finish the show,
I'll go to fast
but I actually don't care.
Yeah,
like
it's rubbish.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's rubbish. anyway, she obviously she missed him planning this about like, but Caleb was planning this now. He used to plan this spa day, the home spa day, and this s'mores day. So I don't know what she's talking about. And then she said, "Wild girl, Caleb was for sure attracted to me, for sure."
My girl was very confident.
And then because he asked her if it was reciprocated, she said not physically but emotionally, that she loved how calm he was and everything. And they're just talking about how they want their friendship back, blah blah blah. Then Maria and Caleb.
Did you show them before?
Oh, sorry, Maria and Caleb.
There's a top.
Maria and Caleb. This is how this and what Tola said this before. Maria is just like obsessed with the child marriage with Arya, and because the fact that Arya said, he has qualities she wants in a husband, she now is going, oh, does Arya have qualities he wants in a wife? Instead, she has some, like, okay.
But she was actually pissed that someone said he's a husband material.
Yeah, like, you guys, like, I was like,
upset her.
I'm so confused by that. Anyways, you just they so argue that she feels like he doesn't understand her. That when she expresses that, because he said that you're always blaming me for something. He said like, no, I'm not trying to understand. I'm just trying to communicate that. I'm like, no, Maria, if that's how he feels, then that's what you're doing. That's like, I've been there. That means that's what you're doing. That's how it's coming across. So you change the words you use, and you start by giving positive affirmations, and then you can say what I don't like. And you cannot always be only the other person cannot be the only bad guy in your stories. It can't be. Then you're not getting
you have to crying. See where you are wrong too. So.
Yeah, then you're not the one that is crying that, oh my god, it's on me. I'm like, no, Maria, please, no, it's annoying. I was like, oh, please.
Final couple.
Ugh. Final, okay, this is one of them. Zena and JR, obviously Zena is upset about the kiss. She asked if anything happened, and he said they kissed twice, and me and Tola went. Anyway,
they've kissed more than 2 times and they've done all that things. And I can't wait for that to come out, because that will be interesting. Maybe that will wake me up next time I watch it.
Yeah. He said
I don't think it's gonna come out until the reunion. Because I hope they get to watch.
And I hope they get to watch everything.
Yeah, because that's the only way. Because they're definitely lying. At least we counted at least 4 times that you guys have kissed. Yeah. So I know you guys.
Yes, both peck and make out if you want to.
And you're making it seem like it was the peck before you chose partners. There was the one by the pool, there was the one in the bed, and I think there were 2 in the bed. So
and there was either April closed the door.
When she was wearing next to nothing.
But sure, just 2. And you know what I love about this? They agreed on this story, but production did not agree with them.
They agreed.
But production was not in on the missing.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
You only show 2 cases, don't show more than that. So yeah, and JR is just going along with this. Well, anyways, good luck to them.
That's really the problem, is that production didn't give them the memo, or they didn't give production the memo. So
yeah.
Anyways, so taking a break, going to the group mixer. That's where JR and Nick find out that they have the same tattoo, because this is where Nick finds out that he has the same tattoo as JR. Sure, finds out. Anyways,
it was JR that saw it and said,
okay, they have the same tattoo.
You have the same tattoo as I do, and he goes, what? What?
And I explain the story, blah blah. Then Sandy and JR, I'm like, wow, you guys' connection is deep. They went away to the different table to sit down to catch up. And I was not said that I have something to speak with you, that we keep on saying our connection is friendship. I'm not really vibing with that. So that makes me think that Sandy is the one that told them to stick to the 2 kisses story for whatever reason.
Yeah, and she said that she's just saying that just so that Zena will not be upset.
Yeah, that she feels
like.
But
who asked you? Like, why are you doing? What is this Mother Teresa rubbish that nobody asked you for? Like,
well, we want to prefer this to Arya.
No, I prefer you to shut up. Like, first of all, you went to meet Zena to be telling her stuff that no one asked you.
Yeah, that one. But at the change of
Zena is only gonna ask JR when they go to the hotel what happened. Like, you don't owe her anything. You don't know her from any. I able to stop. You don't know her from anywhere. You're not best friends, so you can keep your mouth. Keep your mouth to yourself. I just think that you've now set yourself up because you're caught in a definite lie.
Yeah.
So good luck to that, but whatever.
Yeah. And then Nick pulls Zena for a chat. I thought that it was Nick that goes and tells Zena something that will upset her. And then Zena just goes, oh yeah, find out about the kiss. Or Zena, and then hearing about the second kiss. And Nick, his face is like glitching.
Is it there were 2?
He's like, huh?
Well, I don't know what you're going to do when you find out there was more than that.
That's why I'm afraid for Sandy's
life. Touching. There were other things going down.
But once
Okay.
again, is that so? Like, I'm sorry, and because this is technically not cheating, they both agree to come on this person, right? So this is not cheating.
No, it's not
Why should
cheating.
I now
It's
begin
just
to
you.
narrate to you? Oh, and then you touch my left breast, and
Good,
then
good.
like,
Thank you very much. Because now they've categorically said they only kiss twice. So it's on them now. No one, none of that. If Zainab came to Jay and said, "What do you guys do?" Like, oh, I rather
kissed
not
a bunch
say.
of
No, if you don't want to say, I'm like, I don't want to say because that's a trial marriage. That was that relationship. I'm focusing on this one now. It has nothing to do
well,
with
you
anything.
can't do it because it's on TV now. Everybody's
No,
going
no,
to
that's
see
fine.
it.
You see it later. But right now, in this moment, this is what we're focusing on. Because guess what? They chose to lie, and now we're going to see that they are lying. There was no. I don't. I don't like when people lie unprovoked, unnecessary. Because you know we're going to find the truth out. What is this lying about? It's not necessary.
Cool necessary.
Cool necessary at all.
At all.
You know.
Anyways, we're coming back to them. So, why yeah again?
I feel like I'm being tortured.
So obviously this is after the mixer now, so they're back in the room, and then so it's like, is there anything else you have to tell me? Because we're not being, Nick now, we're getting all morose, sad face, and she's like, what's up now? What's up? And now she now said, okay, do you mean the second kiss? I said, ha! That's what we knew. You people agreed. Okay. Then she now said that the second kiss story that it was after he was bombing her with calls and everything. And then he was upset, he was asking like she cheated on him. And she was like, I'm in a trial marriage, like, I don't understand. Then she's not like, I'm sorry. I was like, why even apologizing? They said, just leave me alone. Dramatic. He stormed out of the apartment, went to the pool.
Came back again to say, I'm just
out.
in my space. Okay, well, you took it already. Why are you coming to tell me you're taking it?
Yeah. And then she's like, sorry, like, let's talk about it. Like, I was always going to tell you. And he said, when? She said, after filming. That's
what I'm telling you. The
The
real truth is she wants to say the real truth after film.
But that's not a good plan because
Well,
after we got engaged, that's not a good
If
plan.
that was the plan,
That's not a good plan.
now you're still caught in a lie.
That's
so,
not a good plan. That's a stupid plan.
just-
After I get engaged, another person says, oh, actually, that's
yeah, but you already said they were broken up and it's fine. What you do? They were on. Where's
not
Ross when I need him?
They were on
They
the
were
break. They were on the break. Anyways,
I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah. Then so Nick, I don't know whether he's turned off again or whatever, because the next thing we see is morning. He's back. He now feels bad. She's not done that. She feels like he's trying to test her to see like what she's gonna stick around for. That the relationship is not healthy, secure, or respectful. That she doesn't think his intentions are bad, but like the end results, it's not matter of your intention. In this case, your end results are terrible. And that she said he knows what she wants and deserves, and if you can't give it to her, then she needs to let her go. And she said, this is a trial, you're playing with fire. I said, oh, come on. That's why I'm like, she should have done this from the night before. She shouldn't have even begged him. She shouldn't have said sorry. Just say, it happened. I was in a trial marriage. Whatever happened there, happened there. This is all I'm going to tell you. And whatever you see, you take it like that. And like, now you bring me come. Now I don't understand. Is it my fault that you chase away your person? Please don't stress me. Then they meet her mom and sister, and tells his story, whatever. And then Sandy said that she feel like she missed out on the experience of seeing him with someone else because Vanessa left early. She now said that Nick, it's his fault that Nick is now doing the things that she wants, and everything. Then she said that Nick wants to settle down, but parts of her do, but she's not fully sure. And she said he's taking ownership of his actions, which I don't agree with, because what Nick is doing is he's reacting however he wants to react. Then after he'll say, "Oh yes, I did that." That's like, I hate that shit so much. Anyways, she's short torn about the fact, like talking to her sister and her mom. She's like, she's really afraid that after this whole thing, Nick will return to his old ways, which I think he's going to. Anyways, I don't think that. And then this is the last part that I'm like, okay. He took us dinner at a lake, acknowledging that she doesn't like lakes because he does. Excuse me. You took me out to a place that I don't like because you like it. It's different if you didn't know I didn't like it and you're like, oh, this is a nice place I think you'll like, and you take me there and I'm like, oh, actually I don't like lakes. Fine. You know she doesn't like lakes. That's where you say take her to. Okay, sure. Apparently that's what some guys do. They know you like A and they'll give you B. Cool.
the thought counts.
Which thoughts? Say stupid thoughts. Stupid thoughts. And she said she's still working through some things that came up in this experience. It says hard because he's being asked to change, and while he is changing, some things still come up that kind of shock him and blah blah blah. And then he wants to get in love bombing her. Oh, she's this person. He's falling more and more in love with her. Blah blah blah. I'm like, which change? I'm sorry, which change? Have we seen Nick change in this experiment? He always has an outburst whenever he gets news he does not like.
Mm-hmm.
How has that changed? Even after the trial marriage, even when he's with Sandy, he finds out about the second case. How does he react? Where is the change?
Mm-mm. No change.
But he says he's changed. I'm like, are we in the sunken place? Like, what's going on here? Sorry, wrong
I was
person.
gonna say that's not who you want to talk about.
Wrong person. It's the wrong couple. Sorry, Zena and JR. Anyways, we're moving. We're cooking with gas. We're moving.
We're not cooking with gas, man.
Okay, we're cooking with something. We're bossing Bona.
Yes, that's what we're cooking with.
So I don't understand how Zaina is just learning that JR. I don't know if she's just learning it, but him sharing about how he was raised poor, one of 7 children, and he was bullied as a child, was called ugly and stuff. And it seemed like she's just learning this. I was like, how are you just learning this? Get that together for over 2 years. Weird. Then she asked him when he realized he was in love with her. He said when he asked her to be his girlfriend. And then she asked him if his love for her has ever changed. He says no, but he wonders if he loves her as much as she loves him because she's ready to take the next step and he's not there yet.
Yeah.
She says sometimes she feels like she's chasing him, and then she's like, really, how? And she takes, like, for example, I'm the one that brought you here.
True.
Fair. She's about having, anyways, his birthday is coming soon, and she has to keep on mentioning, we may not be together by your birthday, so here is the present now. And she gives him like a grill set, some nice candle for some sports team, oh god, and some slides, yeah.
And then later she
Then
does
later
a surprise balloons.
yeah.
Very nice.
Cute stuff. Then and then she thinks he looks at her differently, and I'm still not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because I've heard of a story where, not a story like fantasy, like a real story where this guy was in love with this woman, but he couldn't marry her because, not like he couldn't marry her, this silly peer pressure tradition bullshit. Oh, you must marry from this tribe, and she was not from that tribe, so he couldn't stand the family pressure as a weak man, so he broke up with her. He married somebody else, and then when he's telling the story, he says that he looks at his wife sometimes, and he just like, that's the kind of look I feel like JR is giving. It's not a look of love. It's just a look of like, so I married you like because I couldn't be with the love of my life. Kind of. It's not giving the love that Zaina thinks is. I mean, from our own perspective, Sha is not really giving that. And then once they start calling me person, human being, I'm suspicious because you're ungendering me or degendering me. That's not a good sign, in my opinion. But so I'm not going to say, no, you're a very good person, you're a good human being. I was like, oof.
Like you're generalizing.
Yeah, just like I said, I mean, obviously those are not words. Degendering and ungendering are not, please, I know. But I'm just saying, like, that's how it seemed. Then we move on to this couple, sorry. So Scott is saying that he's learned his imperfections from child marriage, and for example, he's learned to approach conversations with more love, so he's not snapping. Scotty, we can say, has changed, because since that first time, he has never raised his voice again. He said that he wants, so this one has changed. Nick, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Because Scotty says he wants more non-sexual physical touch. I feel like he has to beg for it, and then she gets all defensive, and it's like, your mood changes every time I bring up something that I want from you. And then I love Scotty because I don't like it when men talk to women this way. These women deserve it, because it's like, that's you don't like to hear about yourself like that, because I don't understand why you're getting upset. And then she starts crying, and it feels like what she does isn't enough. That the other day, didn't I rub your back, didn't I hold your hand? Okay, 2 times. That was what you want us to acknowledge as, because you said you never. She's like, never? Okay, almost never. And then she didn't argue, because I'm like, okay, it's true, it's almost never. She's like, I'm trying. I'm like, why are you crying, baby girl? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? What I do is not enough. It's like, Aria, you get a problem. So, obviously that it doesn't get resolved, right? Because it's just, once the hysterics begin, you have to end the conversation, unfortunately. Then later we see them making dinner, and I tell her that he feels like she wants things to be done the way she wants, and that she doesn't trust any decision that he makes. And Zaina told him he makes good decisions, and it was validating to hear from someone else, and it was like trying to explain that it's unprovoked. It was unprovoked. He didn't ask her like, oh, is this good? Like, Zaina was just reassuring him, and that and she agreed that yeah, she can be more validating, that she's just more focused on critiquing him and everything. And he's like, yeah, and I feel like it's because of her past that maybe she has dealt with a lot of disappointments and stuff. So she's always waiting for him to screw up, and then once he does, I knew it, that kind of thing, where it's like confirmation bias. So you like ignore everything else because it doesn't fit into your narrative, which is weird because I don't even know how she got here, because obviously with Caleb can do no wrong in her eyes. So I don't really, I don't get
Just when you like someone, you allow them to have certain passes that you don't
her.
allow.
Doesn't she love Scotty?
I don't know, because it doesn't seem that she gives Scotty the same grace
She
that
doesn't
she.
give Scotty. And it's Scotty, unlike Scotty. I said, why is it Scotty? And Scotty tried, because if it's me, I will have to be asking you on the table, why is my name in your mouth? Why must you compare? Oh, Caleb was so patient, unlike Scotty. Anyways, then in the bed they're having, I think it was like the last night, she praised him for his investment in the trial marriage. That he mentioned that he was frustrated that his trial marriage was going so much better than his real relationship, because it was like, why can't we just get it? Why can't we just be this good and everything, right? And the next morning when they're about to depart, they're talking about like the chances of what's happening afterwards. Like, is either propose, it's like marry or move on, right? So you either propose or break up, or you can, I guess technically, they can't make you not be together, so you can also leave.
Yeah.
You can also decide that, okay, yes, we're not ready for marriage, and
Yeah,
let's
staying
just
together.
continue dating and stuff. So and then he's asking like how sure is she about marriage and stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, she's sure. And he's like, yeah, like it doesn't feel like you're as sure as you claim to be. And she started talking, and then just back and forth. I didn't write anything. They were just talking plenty of things. She now said she can't continue to serve him if it's not serving her. So the thing is that this is the reason why from the beginning I was already like, these people are not a good match. They are both unwilling to compromise on the things that are going to make their relationship work, because somebody has to move. They both don't want to move because their careers are going well.
Yeah.
They are both prioritizing their happiness. How are they going to be together?
They're at an impasse, so I think it's just best for possibly they're separate.
Yeah, nothing against either of them, but they're separate ways. Besides the fact that yes, Arya needs a different kind of love that Scotty can give her, and vice versa, because Scotty also.
The thing is, Arya is willing to be soft with someone else, and it's not him.
It's not him. Arya is very hard with Scotty, and that one is true. Like, she's not. Because initially I was like, as Scotty was talking, I was like, oh no, I actually believe him. And Arya confirmed everything that Scotty said when he was talking to Zayn. So I'm like, oh yeah, he's not lying. Like, Arya gets, she get a problem. So it was wild. Anyways, last and definitely the least, Maria and Caleb, they are still fighting. He still feels attacked. Blah blah blah. Now she's crying. He asked for that. She said, "Why do I need to come to you for a hug? Then why can't you just come and hug me?" I said, "Well, I'll hug you when I'm not feeling attacked by you." Then blah blah blah. She goes. She starts crying. So obviously he has to hug her. I'm like, can we stop all this manipulative rubbish?
Spent a whole time, 3 weeks with him
Fighting.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so they finally had one date where they went fishing. Everything was really nice. And then Maria says, and then this is where they're packing. Maria goes, "Oh, will things change when we get engaged?" And Caleb says, "Who says we're getting engaged?"
Yeah, who says we're even staying together?
He now said that what it is our last night ever. And she maturely answered that she'll be grateful for the love that they've shared so far.
I think she's just saying that right now.
Well, better than fight. Better than fight.
It's just that you won't see her crumble the way Nick will scatter on TV. She's going to, because I think she's not going to realize what she's doing until after the fact, and it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
And it will hurt even more to see him move on with someone and flourish, because that's all he needs. It's just, he needs a partner that is not like a dead weight around him, and he's just going to take off. And that's all he wants her to be. She looks a certain way and acts differently. So it's kind of like he wants someone that is. It's not going to. I don't think he can't be his true like excitable self around her, since she's always like in some kind of
mood.
Yeah.
And she's always ready to attack for whatever reason.
It's so weird because you just see her like quiet and
she seems
doesn't. But anyway, let's say enjoy the book that's covered. So.
Yeah, then it's happy for you at the end. So anyway, so talk about marriage, and she says she's excited. She's the one that gave the ultimatum, so she's excited about marriage. She says that he's still afraid, and he feels like he has a lot of work to do. Which once again, I'm like, which work? This is why it's not very toxic people, because you would think that the things that are going on are more than what it is. It's not the Caleb I've been watching since. Which work? Which walk?
Wild. Well, yeah, I see right there that you had predictions.
Yeah, so we're going to predict.
Okay.
So what are your predictions of who stays, who goes, what
But
happens?
this is one mumbo jumbo kind of thing that is so hard for me to make any kind of predictions. But I do want to say that rather than make predictions, what I think should happen.
Okay.
I want to say that if Maria is not going to go to therapy, Maria and Caleb should not be together anymore. She needs to go to therapy, and they also need to go to do relationship. Yeah. So if that's not on the table, I feel like if you're going, and you shouldn't propose to her.
No.
That's what I believe. I think everybody else should also break up. Now for JR has a choice to make. Just like he's been the only guy that has been making choices. He has a choice to make if he wants to stick to Zaina or he wants to move on with Sandy. I don't feel like you've gotten to know Sandy in her whole self. Definitely. I feel like I don't think that relationship is going to work outside of this show, if I'm being honest. Like if they do end up together, I don't see, because there's a lot that has to go in there. She's not flawless. She also has her flaws. Definitely. And I'm sorry, like now we're gonna start looking at people that choose to stay in toxic situations side eye, because everybody needs to stop acting like life is happening to them, especially when it's not a physically abusive relationship or a verbally abusive relationship. It's just someone is moving shifty in a shifty way and you don't like it. Verbalize it and move on. I don't think you should be in a relationship with someone that is moving shifty for this long. He kept saying that it's going to be 3 years soon. Yeah. So I don't think you should be in a 3-year relationship with someone like he wasn't giving you what you needed. Now all of a sudden he's trying to do it, and you don't know if he's going to pull the rug out or under you when you leave the show. We don't know. We know he's going to. So I don't think you should be with Nick. But JR, I also don't know like if that relationship is truly going to work. Yeah. We don't know. You guys, I don't think you guys really scratch the surface.
But I think even if it doesn't work, I still would prefer that. Just let them have fun for a while and break up. It's fine. I think that even their breakup will not be bad. It will just be like, oh, we decided that it's not going to work.
And the only thing I'll say, JR said that after this experience that he's ready to marry again.
Yeah, he confronted his stuff. So that means his trial marriage actually helped. Yeah. Obviously, they didn't show us.
But I'm a bit worried that if he doesn't stay with Zaina and he jumps into a relationship with Sandy and then marries her, I'm worried that I don't want it to be such quick succession. I don't know. I don't expect him to marry Sandy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't do any. My advice is don't do anything in quick succession.
No. I don't think he's gonna marry Sandy.
I can see him staying with Zaina too, because
Zaina is annoying place. Yeah, and she's petty. He's right. Petty is an accurate nickname.
There's a reason why they came here together. So.
Actually, drag and come now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's a reason why they were a couple prior to now. So.
You know that sometimes you don't know that you're in a toxic situation until
until you experience something now.
You're like, wait, what the hell was I going
through? But that one is the one that, okay, if you came with someone that I'm not like hardline, like don't go back with the person. If Zaina is willing to fix certain things, then okay. Aria's question, no, break up. They're an impasse. Like that is not working out. Just.
Yeah, I know you love him, but
that's my prediction. No prediction. That's what I think should happen. But you can give a better prediction because you've watched this show and you know that it seems like you said that most people always just end up going back to the
the South Africa one. Yes, they just ended up back together. The first season of the Ultimatum, there was a switch. It didn't really work out because the girls came on reunion and turned up a lesbian. I was like, what the hell, and whatever. And then there was a couple that were like, surely the guy was unstable, not as bad as Nick, but he was also very unstable. Mm-hmm. And the girl moved on to like Sandy and everything, and we were like, surely not. These people got married on the decision day. This is not they got married. They came to reunion with a baby, like pregnant.
And they're still together.
I think so. Last time I checked, they are still together, and I was like, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we can be saying one thing and To each their own.
Boys, I mean, obviously, once again, being married does not mean that the relationship is good.
Oh
So
no, no,
I
we
can't.
don't. That's not a yardstick for anything. But
Yeah,
like I said, we can say what we think
it
should
should happen.
in
Yeah,
an
and then
ideal world.
everybody will
But
go and do whatever the
you're
hell they
gonna do
want
what
to
you
do.
wanna do. So
Yeah, but yeah, I'm with you. Everybody should break up. JR and Sandy, I don't actually see them as long term getting married, but I think that they can have a fun relationship. But
yeah,
I think they both
like
need,
something new.
yeah, they both need a little bit of fun and just like chill.
Yeah, and JR said something that I'm like, okay, you ended your marriage and not too long after. I don't know what the time you were already in a relationship that's also probably even lasted just as long as your like.
No, I said
How long was he married
marriage 5 years. So he was 27 when he divorced. Then I think he was like 30 when they started
Okay, so 3
dating.
years. Okay, good.
There was time in
Okay,
between.
there was time in between, but he still didn't heal. So even the time
Yeah,
in
he
between,
didn't
he
heal.
still didn't heal. So
Yeah.
I don't think you should have entered a new relationship
Yeah.
without. But it's
And
fine.
now I changed my mind about thinking JR cheated. I don't think JR cheated. I've changed my
I
mind.
never.
back
I
again.
mean, I never thought he cheated. I thought it was like obvious that he meant his wife.
No,
but-
because when men say there was infidelity, it does not usually mean.
Yeah, but
the
he
other
seemed like
party.
he was the one that was hurt.
He can be hurt. So I mean, you know, men. What do you mean?
Can you be hurt by you cheating? Oh
You
my
know,
god.
men. They
that
say it
was-
hurts me to hurt somebody I love
Oh
so
my
much.
god, that's so lame.
Girl, don't say no
So
men.
lame.
Not to sound like those people. Don't say no men.
Yeah, but anyways, we'll be here to review the last episode. Maybe just
last
one
couple episodes
and the reunion.
and the
too.
reunion.
We'll be back.
Yes,
This took a lot out of me, guys. A lot, but we'll be back.
it's very boring.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fast forwarding the next episodes. Just, I'm not watching. I'm not going to flashback with them.
Yeah. Any
Let's just go.
flashbacks? I'm not watching.
No, just decision. Because it ends. So this episode anyways ends with JR meeting Sandy. So I like interested. And then obviously they flashed forward. They showed Sandy also meets with Nick. So I was like, is she gonna reject JR?
Yeah. So you don't know when it happened. What
we don't
happened
know what's
first?
yeah. And then we don't even know who she's obviously choosing. We don't know who she's rejecting. Whether she's going to reject both and walk away single, which is also fine. But yeah. And then we saw some people proposing. I'm like, why are you proposing? But
Okay, we'll
switch
see.
down.
Or people. Okay.
Well,
Alright
I
then.
think it was a person. I can't remember, but I was
Alright.
like, thanks. Yeah. Alrighty.
Catch you guys. Bye.
Bye.